Have you ever stopped to think that something as simple and common as an itch could have a deeper meaning than you ever imagined? Most people see it as nothing more than a minor discomfort, a passing irritation, or just a reaction of the skin. But in the spiritual world, in the subtle layers of our existence, every sensation that comes to us has a purpose. The body is not just a biological machine, it's an incredible antenna that picks up messages from the universe, from your spirit, and from the divine. When you feel an itch, your instinct may be to scratch and forget about it. But what if that itch is actually a signal? What if your body is trying to communicate something your mind isn't paying attention to? In many ancient traditions, bodily sensations are seen as signs, energetic whispers trying to guide you, warn you, or realign you. The skin, being our largest organ, is also one of the most sensitive receivers of spiritual energy. It's the interface between your inner and outer world, and sometimes an itch is like a coded message coming through that interface. From an energetic perspective, certain points on the body correspond to specific emotions, memories, or even spiritual channels. If the itch appears in a specific area repeatedly, it may be connected to a blocked or overactive energy point. For example, an itch on the palms could relate to energy flow regarding giving and receiving. Itchy feet may symbolize movement, travel, or a calling to take new steps in life. And an itch in the head region might be a sign that your intuition is being activated or that new ideas are trying to surface. Another aspect to consider is spiritual sensitivity. Many people who are awakening to their spiritual path report physical sensations, including unexplained itching, tingling, or heat in certain parts of the body. These sensations are often signs that your energy field is expanding or being tuned to a higher frequency. Just like a radio needs fine-tuning to catch a clear signal, your spiritual body sometimes adjusts itself, and you can feel that process physically. In some cases, the itch may also be a way for your subconscious to draw your attention to something in your environment or in your thoughts. Think of it as an alarm, gentle but persistent. The universe often speaks softly, and if you ignore the whispers, it may speak louder. That persistent itch you dismiss as nothing might actually be a call to look inward, to reflect, to notice something you've been avoiding. Ancient cultures didn't dismiss these signs. In fact, many had entire systems of interpretation for bodily sensations. In some Eastern traditions, they believed that an itch in the right hand could mean money or energy coming in, while the left could indicate energy going out. In other cultures, itches on the face were linked to upcoming encounters or emotional revelations. While not all beliefs should be taken literally, they all share one idea: your body is a messenger. The spiritual meaning of itching also connects to energy. Stagnation. When emotions like anger, fear, or sadness aren't processed, they can create knots in your energy field. These knots sometimes manifest physically as tension, discomfort, or itching. When you scratch, you're not just relieving a physical sensation. You might be unconsciously trying to release blocked energy. That's why, after scratching, you may feel more than just physical relief. You might feel lighter, calmer, or more present. And here's something powerful. Once you start paying attention to these subtle signs, you begin to create a deeper relationship with your own body and soul. You no longer ignore small discomforts. Instead, you see them as invitations to understand yourself better. Itching can be a reminder to pause, breathe, and check in with what's happening beneath the surface. Is there something you need to express? Is there an emotion you've been holding back? Is there a decision you've been postponing? When we ignore these signals, we often stay stuck in cycles of unconsciousness. But when we listen, we open doors to transformation. The body is always in dialogue with your soul. The question is, are you listening? In the next part, we'll go deeper into the hidden spiritual messages behind specific types of itching, how to differentiate a physical cause from an energetic or spiritual one, and practical ways to interpret and use these signs for personal growth. Now that you understand the idea that itching can be more than a random physical reaction, let's explore the different layers of its possible meanings and how to interpret them with awareness. The first step is learning to distinguish between a purely physical cause, like an allergy, insect bite, or dry skin, and a potential energetic or spiritual cause. This doesn't mean ignoring medical possibilities. On the contrary, health always comes first, and anything persistent should be checked by a doctor. But once physical causes are ruled out, we can open ourselves to the subtle messages behind the sensation. A spiritually related itch usually appears suddenly, without an obvious external trigger, and can happen in very specific moments, during meditation, prayer, moments of silence, or when you are deeply focused on a personal reflection. This is often a sign that your energy field is in movement, like waves brushing against the shore, and you're feeling the ripple of that shift in your body. Another key to interpretation is the location. For example, itch on the top of the head, often linked to spiritual connection, divine inspiration, or opening of the crown chakra. It might mean you're receiving spiritual downloads or guidance. Itch on the forehead, related to intuition, third eye activation, or clarity about a situation you've been questioning. Itch in the palms, associated with energy exchange, abundance, or preparation to receive and give in balance. Itch in the feet symbolizes movement, progress, and the need to walk towards your purpose. Sometimes it's a sign that your path is about to change. Itch in the ears could be a sign to listen more carefully to your intuition or a warning that important news is on its way. One of the most fascinating aspects of this topic is how itching can also signal a release of old energy. Think about a time when you were going through an emotional breakthrough or deep healing. You might have felt tingling or itching in certain parts of your body. This is your energy field shedding what no longer serves you, much like the skin renews itself naturally. Many healers and spiritual practitioners believe that when you ignore the deeper meaning of these signs, you might delay important personal growth. By paying attention, you can catch messages early, before they manifest as larger emotional or physical challenges. This doesn't mean living in constant paranoia over every sensation, but cultivating mindful curiosity. A powerful way to work with this is through conscious observation. The next time you feel an itch with no apparent cause, pause before scratching. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and ask yourself, what am I feeling right now? Notice if any thought, image, or memory comes up. This quick check-in can reveal connections you would otherwise miss. You can also keep a body signs journal, noting when and where the itch happened, what you were doing at the time, and what emotions or thoughts were present. Over time, patterns may emerge, giving you insight into how your body communicates spiritually. From a deeper perspective, itching can be seen as a nudge from your higher self, asking you to awaken, adjust your energy, or pay attention to a specific area of your life. Sometimes it's a sign of alignment, your energy rising to match your intentions. Other times, it's a gentle alert that something is out of harmony and needs realignment. In moments when you feel this sensation, try visualizing light and energy flowing through your body, cleansing and balancing your system. This simple mental practice can help not only relieve the itch, but also strengthen your connection to your inner guidance. Remember, the spiritual journey is built on awareness, and your body is a sacred partner in that process. Listening to it can transform the way you navigate your path. Something as simple as an itch, once ignored, can become a doorway to self-discovery, healing, and divine connection. So next time that sudden, unexplained itch appears, pause and listen. It could be the whisper of your soul, the guidance of your angels, or the gentle push from the universe reminding you that you are more than flesh and bone. You are energy, consciousness, and purpose in motion. If this message resonated with you, don't just let it fade. You need to watch the next video on this channel because it will take your understanding of spiritual signs to an entirely new level. It might be the exact message you've been waiting for. Motivation you need, where your awareness expands and your soul finds direction.